turning over, you know? This one slips, and then this one and it's fishing, so this can cut fastball. So it's just a matter of changing the orientation. It starts off with knowing exactly what you want the pitch to do, you know, like do you want it to run, do you want it to drop, what do you want? And then you have to figure out what accomplishes that, you know? So how does the ball have to spin? So in order to get the changeup to run and drop, you have to spin it like this way, dead sideways. You know? So there's no backspin, no lift, and so you get a little bit of run and then mostly drop. And then preferably like kind of lower spin rate. Yeah, so for me, like my hand comes like this, and so the ball comes off like this, but it has a certain amount of like backspin to it. Okay. You know? So I have to find a way to tilt it like this, so it spins sideways. But I can't throw like this. It doesn't work. So what I had to do is I split it. It's almost like a split with these two fingers, where I'm coming through, so my hand is at the same exact angle, and then this finger slips off the ball. And then as my hand is turning over, you know, this one slips, and then this one rolls the side, and then it spins this way, and it spins slower, so it has more drop to it. So because I've designed the grip to do it to make the movement that I want, I try to throw it as hard as I can, and just like a fastball. So I have the arm speed and the slot, so the hitters can't see it, but then I know that the grip is gonna make it move how I want to. The more you think about like internal stuff, like okay, how do I lift my leg, or how do I turn this or whatever, the harder it is to locate it, and the worse the pitch gets. You know, you gotta just think, okay, I want to throw it right there, and you have to trust that the grip is gonna make it move how you want and get to the spot. That's the best way to compete. I find for me that like when I'm really good, my hand is in this position, so this can slip and that can roll. So at low intent I can get here. At the game I get like this, and so it comes off even like this, and it has more backspin. So it's just a matter of like enough reps at high intent and making sure that your hand stays enough on the side of the ball that this can actually slip, and it doesn't get like if I hold it like this and I try to turn it, terrible. I have to think about just throwing it kind of like almost like a cutter, where you're kind of on the side, but this finger's enough on this side of the ball that when this one like cuts the ball, then this one spins it back the opposite way. If these are on the sides of the seams, when you're coming through, this slips off and then this rolls. Yeah, it's lock, like so if you put a board right here and you have to karate chop through it, just like that. So like a solid wrist. So for every pitch, I think about that. So here, curveball, right? Slider. Let's see here, cut fastball. So it's just a matter of changing the orientation, not bending the wrist. And then the changeup, I want to have stiff wrist in this position too. So when this hand is coming through, this slips, and then this rolls the side of it. Because last year when I designed my slider, so I held my slider like this, but when I threw it, it came down like this, and so I was spinning the side of it. So it was kind of a gyro ball, not a whole lot of like side to side. So I needed it to come out of my hand instead of here, I needed it to come out here, where my fingers are on the side, where I can spin it sideways like that. And so I needed it to come out earlier. So since I was holding it deep in my hand like this, there's a lot of tension on the ball, so it like dragged down. So I changed to throwing it like this, so there's no tension, and the ball can just slip. So now when my hand's coming like this, it slips, and then my fingers brush the side of it, and so it has side spin, so it goes that way. Yeah, but seeing it, you know, on high-speed film is like the most important. so you can tell like, okay, how is it coming off my hand and what's happening, and then you can see how the ball's spinning, and then you can evaluate and say, okay, it's spinning like this, too much backspin, I need to tilt it more this way. How do I manipulate my hand and what feels comfortable? Yeah, so I've been there since full-time since 2014. Usually take about 2 weeks off after the season and then go to Driveline, start throwing and start. Yeah, absolutely. My in-season routine is I'll start, so like yesterday start, today I have a lift, and just weighted ball. Do you throw weighted balls?
Never.
No, okay. Just very, very light throwing, let my body recover. Tomorrow, off day from lifting, but kind of like a long toss, maybe 280, 300 feet, but nice and easy, just like up in the air, no pull downs, nothing hard. Another day of recovery. Day 3 is bullpen day, so long toss, pull downs, throw hard in the bullpen, maybe 30 pitches. Day 4 is maybe 60 to 90 feet, just kind of spin the ball and just get a feel for it. And then 5th day is start. I don't do any like long distance pulls, so it's 40 yards, 30 yards, 20 yards, sprints depending on the day. Like post start, I have an hour and a half recovery routine that I do. So it's forearm, like manual exercises, shoulder exercises, blood flow. Like I wear some blood flow restriction cuffs. Have you seen those? Yeah, I do those. I really like that. It helps a lot. Mark Pro, where it twitches.
Yes.
Yeah, I do that. On my shoulder tube, I do a series of like movements, like light movements, and then isometric contractions to make sure that all the muscles are like turned on, different areas above head, stuff like that. So that takes me about an hour and a half. But yeah, I try to do as much recovery as I can, and that way when I go in the weight room, I can lift heavy and aggressively, so I can stay strong, but still recover and be able to make all my starts. You know, because that's the biggest thing, is being able to just be out there the whole time. You know? And then off season, I lift Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, so 4 days a week, 2 upper body, 2 lower. I throw 6 days a week, like 2 max intent days, and then 4 that are like kind of recovery or working on pitch design or shaping or something like that. You know, I spend a lot of my time doing recovery so I can continue to train. Because if you're hurt, obviously you can't train, you can't get any better. So yeah, recovery is the most important part for sure. Oh yeah, it's like a fitness tracker. So yeah, so it measures heart rate variability, sleep. So I can tell like last night I only slept for 4 hours and 50 minutes. Terrible. So today I can't do anything too aggressive because I'm tired in my body. You know. But calories burned, so I make sure I'm eating enough so I don't lose a lot of weight. Yeah, also, but it's just in a little ring. It's amazing. Yeah. Well, if you've ever seen me run or try to jump, I'm not a good athlete. So I gotta study all this stuff to just even be out here, you know. Text me.
Yeah.
And
I'll give them
if you have any questions or anything throughout the year, whatever, like don't hesitate to reach out. Like I love what you do. I know it's tough coming over to a new country, a new culture, and a new game and stuff like that. So I want to see you succeed and be good. So yeah, I'll be watching, and like I said, if you need anything, let me know.
Appreciate it.